Let's get straight into it. Cory Sandhagen is gearing up for his fight against Merab Dvalishvili at UFC 320 for the bantamweight title, and he's full of confidence. Cory's not buying the hype around Merab. People say he's a cardio monster, unstoppable on a tear. I don't buy that, Cory told MMAfighting.com. I truly believe I'm going to beat him and wear that belt. That's what my heart tells me. Cory knows fatigue changes everything. When you're tired, your brain slows down, you move slower, make bad choices. Merab is great at dragging fighters into that kind of exhaustion, but Cory fights in a similar way, always active, always engaging. He respects Merab's technical skills. He's not just a cardio machine, he's smart, he's focused. He keeps you thinking for the entire 25 minutes, but that's what I do too. His main strategy? Stay mentally ahead. To beat Merab, I have to lead the dance, especially when we're both tired. That's when mistakes happen. Cory knows Merab is a top wrestler and now dangerous on the ground too, but beyond that, he's not the scariest guy out there. Cory is working hard to stay sharp. He's focused on being ready for takedowns and grappling without letting Merab dictate the pace. Reflecting on past mistakes, Cory admitted that running from grappling exchanges, especially against someone like Umar Nurmagomedov, held him back. That fight taught me something important. You can't run from good grapplers. You've got to face it head on. He believes he'll shock a lot of people in this fight. I'm ready. I'm excited. I've grown so much. Before we move on, if you enjoy this kind of content, please hit the like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications. It really helps us out. And leave a comment below. Your feedback means a lot and helps us improve. Now, on to some heartbreaking news. Earlier this morning, devastating reports came out about UFC fighter Shavkat Rakhmonov's family. A tragic car accident in Kazakhstan on July 27th shook the MMA world. The car, a Toyota Land Cruiser, flipped when the driver lost control. 2 people died in the crash. Shavkat's wife and child were also in the vehicle and were badly injured. They were rushed to the Shu Municipal Hospital. The health department confirmed both were treated and were in moderate condition at first. Medical staff did everything they could. Thankfully, they both recovered enough to leave the hospital the same day, but emotionally, this is a wound that runs deep. Shavkat's 3-year-old son was hurt, but his injuries are not life-threatening. His wife is expected to recover too, but 2 of her close friends also in the vehicle didn't make it. Their names haven't been released yet, but the loss is tragic. This is one of those moments that reminds us, fighters are humans first. Shavkat may be undefeated in the cage, but right now, all that matters is family. The entire MMA world is rallying behind him with love and prayers. Let's take a moment to remember, life is fragile. No one, no matter how tough they are in the octagon, is immune to heartbreak. Our deepest condolences go out to Shavkat, his family, and everyone affected by this tragedy. Moving on now to some heated drama. UFC interim heavyweight champ Tom Aspinall didn't hold back when talking about Michael Chandler. On a podcast recently, Tom ripped into Chandler's fighting style. He just can't understand why Chandler, with all his experience, still burns through all his energy right at the start of fights. I don't want to be harsh, Tom said, but it's kind of like beginner fight IQ. He wasn't being petty, just honest. He goes in there, throws guys around, picks them up, and slams them. The crowd loves it, sure. But then what? The guy gets right back up, and Chandler's just wasted energy. He could have just stayed on top and controlled the fight. Tom pointed out that even super fit fighters can't sprint for 5 straight minutes. It doesn't matter how fit you are. You burn out. Chandler's whole style is just go, go, go from the start. He throws wild punches from way back. Everything is full power. It's wild to see someone with that many fights still fighting like that, Tom said. According to him, Chandler should be more tactical by now. Going for the highlight moment might thrill fans, but it's not smart when the stakes are high. Well, Michael Chandler didn't let that slide. He clapped back on Threads with sarcasm. "Didn't that big goober say this 3 years ago?" he wrote. Then, poking fun at Tom's own history of waiting for John Jones, Chandler added, "And he waited as long for John as I did for Conor. Cool. So yeah, the shots have been fired. Whether this back and forth will lead to anything more, only time will tell." Meanwhile, another fighter is making waves, Arman Tsarukyan. He made a bold challenge on the Overdogs podcast. If he and Ilia Topuria ever fight, Arman wants to put up $500,000. Winner takes all. No fluff, no games, just 2 fighters backing their skills with real money. "I can put $500,000, Arman said. "If he beats me, he gets it. If I win, I take his $500,000. Let's shake on it." He wasn't joking. He was dead serious. If he believes in himself 100%, he'll agree. That's the kind of energy Arman brings. No nonsense, straight-up warrior spirit, but he wasn't done. He took aim at another popular name, Paddy Pimblett. Arman didn't hold back. He said it's insane to even consider Paddy for a lightweight title shot. He shouldn't even be in the top 10, he said bluntly. Arman broke down Paddy's record. He beat guys like Chandler, who had 3 losses, Bobby Green, 3 or 4 losses, Tony Ferguson, 8 losses, and people want him in the title conversation? Come on, that's just crazy. He made it clear. You shouldn't even say his name in this conversation. Arman Tsarukyan isn't here to play around. He wants real fights, high stakes, and no room for undeserved hype. Now let's talk about a rising star, Dricus Du Plessis. After his recent win, Dricus was full of emotion and gratitude. Fighting someone like Rob Whittaker means a lot, he said. That was the best version of Rob I've seen in years. So fast, so tough. I had to dig really deep to win. He respects Rob, no question. But this win wasn't just another victory. It was a message. 4 fights, almost 4 finishes, Dricus said. It's been a crazy year, and he's not done yet. I think I can squeeze in one more before the year's out. He's hungry. He wants to stay active. Most guys would sit back after beating someone like Rob. Not Dricus. He's pushing forward. I'm a top 5 fighter in the world. That's wild to say. But it's true. From debut to title contender in under a year, it's rare. And now, I'm ready to fight for the title, he said. I'm not here just to be part of the roster. I'm here to take over. The UFC has no choice now. Dricus Du Plessis is here, and he's not going anywhere. Now let's talk about one of the greatest fighters to ever step into the octagon, Khabib Nurmagomedov. People have been begging for his return since the day he left. Every few months, a rumor starts floating around. Is Khabib coming back? Some fans hope, some fighters try to tempt him, and media headlines fuel the fire. But Khabib has made one thing very clear. He's done. And this time, he explained why very clearly. On The Hustle Show, Khabib got real. He wasn't dodging the question or teasing a maybe. He gave a straight answer. When asked how long it would take him to get back into fight shape, he didn't hesitate. 2 to 3 months? Number that's not enough. I'll be 37 in September. If we're being honest, it would take at least 6 months. He said it bluntly. People think a fighter looks in shape and assume they're ready to go. But looks don't matter in this game. It doesn't matter how shredded you look. None of that matters. The only thing that counts is how many sparring rounds you've done. Who did you train with? How sharp are your reactions? How real is your preparation? And here's the truth, Khabib's not interested in doing this halfway. He's not the kind of guy to jump back in for fame or money. If he were to return, it would need to be 100% focus, 100% preparation, 100% heart. And that chapter is over. Khabib retired in 2020, just after a dominant win over Justin Gaethje. He was only 32, still in his prime, still undefeated, still the lightweight king. Everyone thought he'd keep going, make a long, legendary title run. But after losing his father, his lifelong coach, mentor, and hero, Khabib made a promise to his mother he would never fight again. And he kept that promise. Since then, the world hasn't stopped asking, one more fight? What about a super fight? What if they offer him millions? But Khabib doesn't budge. On the show, he reminded everyone, our sport isn't about how much you bench press. It's not about fitness or lifting weights or running laps. This sport is about stepping into the cage one-on-one and fighting. And if you're not fully prepared, you don't belong in there. That's the kind of respect he has for MMA. For Khabib, this isn't a show. This isn't entertainment. This is war. And if he can't give it everything, he won't give it at all. So no, he's not coming back. Not now, not ever. And you know what? He's at peace with that. He knows what he accomplished. Undefeated, 29-0. One of the most dominant champions the sport has ever seen. A legacy untouched. He walked away at the top. Most fighters don't get to do that. Khabib didn't fade. He didn't get knocked out. He didn't lose to age or hunger or the game passing him by. He left on his own terms, with his head held high and his family's wishes honored. In a world where fighters often stay too long, where legends sometimes go out with losses instead of victories, Khabib did it differently. And that's what makes him special. He showed us that discipline, honor, and heart matter most. Khabib may be done fighting, but his legacy will never fade. This week in MMA has been powerful. Cory Sandhagen is mentally locked in for his title shot. Shavkat Rakhmonov faced tragedy no one should. Our thoughts are with his family. Tom Aspinall and Michael Chandler lit up the headlines with bold words. Arman Tsarukyan laid down a massive $500,000 challenge and called out the hype. Dricus Du Plessis climbed to the top with pure grit. He's not waiting for opportunity, he's chasing it. And Khabib? He gave fans something rare. Honest closure. MMA never stops, but it's these moments, raw, real, unforgettable, that remind us why we love this sport. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, and stay tuned. The fight never ends. Inside the cage, or out. Or out.